Yeah, and brother tell me get more notification. Notification that kind of slow. Yeah, I know you're right. I know you're right. Close. Shalom, the great millstone, the church in Birmingham, Alabama. And as always, want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushua, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash.
Yeah, in the ancient Hebrew tongue, those would be the correct names of the Heavenly Father, His only God, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Also, I'd like to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom to you brothers out there laboring in His work. And as always, the believers, the Akim, as well as the Aqua, those of you out there who believe on this word, the report, and subscribe to these teachings. So, welcome again to another installment of As Foretold in the Scriptures, which is an ongoing series dedicated to prophecy, Bible prophecy, which this message is beginning to make the world uncomfortable. That's the way it has always been. You see, because it's not of this world. What to you is a message from the heavens. It's not really compatible with the reasoning of men. That's why it receives so much resistance. When it goes forth again, it makes the world uncomfortable, especially in this time. This season, the holiday season, we have people trying to, connect and rekindle that fire of America, Babylon the Great, which this place is finished, man. Okay, we was mentioning at camp how, you look at the street signs, you don't see the snowflakes. That's a staple. That's a fixture. When it comes, you're in the holiday season, you see reindeers, ornaments, decorations. This bitch look like a desert, right? A desolation, man. Right. Remember the old Western, they have a tumbleweed. This place finished. The Lord has taken the luster and shine that America once had away. The spirit it's been sucked out of this place, man. Matter of fact, let's start off in Isaiah, the 47th chapter. You got to read something up? Yeah, because I was thinking about that too. Yeah. In fact, we'll bounce back and forth with these two. Whoever got Isaiah 47 and 1, let's bring it.
Isaiah 47 and verse 1 says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon."
Read that again.
Isaiah 47:1, "Come down and sit in the dust."
Come down and sit in the dust. So what the scriptures is conveying is a transition of power. Okay? Is demoting Esau. This man is being abased. He's being brought low from that high and lofty position he occupied. And this is a monumental moment. Hey, because the scriptures refer to America as Babylon the Great. And you have to admit, you have to tip your hat, it was great. This place exceeds other kingdoms and empires when you consider the military presence, the technology. But now this place is being brought low. Go ahead.
It says, "Oh,
what can I say? Christmas. Christmas was holiday, that day yesterday. It symbolized that. Again, you had people pretty much just going about their day to day. It didn't even seem like Christmas. Yeah, hot and muggy on Christmas. Yeah.
None of that.
And like we mentioned, you didn't see the decoration. That was a form of Yahweh Shai bringing low the whole America, Babylon the Great. See? Go ahead.
It says, "O virgin daughter of Babylon."
Mm-hmm.
I got to say that is heavy though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that show you that this place drying up, man.
Yeah.
I mean that's true. I've never seen a so-called Christmas where I didn't see no type of ornaments, no on the streets. Yeah. I gotta say that is heavy. That is heavy. It says so like
that's a part of taking away the luster and the shine of America. The things you boast in, I like a broad. She got benefits.
Yeah.
What the scripture speaks about taking away her teats. And because, an undisciplined woman, that's what she'll do. She'll boast in things that's not really stable. Put her stock into, the benefits that she have. And she using goddamn a child support check to keep her nails done, and welfare check for this guy supporting this aspect. Right. And once you take those things away, then it reflects, the real you.
Right.
So America really is a pit. This place is depressing. The roads all fucked up. Entertainment. And if you do find any relief or any form of euphoria, right, it's instantaneous. It's all kept people taking pictures of everything. They try to capture that moment.
It's true.
Because everything is temporal here, man.
True.
It's all seasonal. Go ahead.
It says, "O virgin daughter of Babylon."
Mm-hmm. Okay, we good? Then about somebody check. Okay, come. All right.
Isaiah 47:1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
Sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter
Right, there is no throne. There is no throne. And that throne goes into what rulership. And when you really assess the throne as it relates to Esau's desires, it's his new world order. You got to remember, as we always touch on this, the new world order is not set up as luxury, as if you add an addition to your house, or you add trimmings to something, accessories. You got a car, I'm gonna throw some rims on it. No, the new world order is out of desperation. It's a desperate plea to escape the wrath of Yahweh and furthermore to sidestep his destiny, which is laid out within biblical prophecy. See, it's written that the so-called white man will rise up, he would be exalted, he would be elevated, occupy that lofty position, but eventually he'll come tumbling down. He'll be rolled, somebody get that, he'll be rolled from the rocks. And Esau know that. See? So this is why this man is, setting up these different legislations and laws. He's pretty much scratching and clawing, trying to establish, this new world. It's all an effort to escape prophecy. Oh, you got it up?
Yeah, Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's it. Come on, let's get that. Then we'll go back around. I see brothers got precepts. We don't. And you know what? This everybody stay on point because right now, his antennas is up, man. They watching. Mm-hmm. And the Lord is putting the pressure on this damn devil, man. See, there's one thing. Oh, go ahead. Oh, no. Oh, I thought you was getting my. Yeah, Jeremiah, you got Let me go over it. Yes, yeah. It's one thing for the walls to be closing in on you, but there's a whole other animal or somebody in the background telling you like a commentator. Mm. That's the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the counsel of Yahushua, which have taken down kingdoms and empires. That's why Esau put a lot of stock, time, money, energy, and resources to suppressing the Bible. All right, so come on.
Jeremiah 51:25 says, "Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain."
Beautiful. I am against thee. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua is drawing the line in the stand. He has taken a hard stance against Esau. And he's not shying away. He is made clear. I am against thee. And that word against, that's not a hard word, a hard saying. It means what it says, which when you go into that word against, it translates to opposition to. All right, come on.
Saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Oh, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And how is it spoken? Through the prophets. That's why at the forefront of the message is America gonna be taken down. We vehemently come up against the so-called white man. We don't hold back. We're driven by cussing out Esau. That's Yahweh Shem Yahushua saying, I'm against you. Go ahead.
It says,
what's that? Matthew 21? Don't make us. And Yahushua said that. Yahushua said, if you say until this mountain be moved, then it will be cast into the sea. Well, guess what? It's going to happen. America will eventually be cast into the sea. That sea is the lake of fire, which will be manifested in its beauty, in its perfection at World War III. Go ahead, up.
Behold, I am against thee, O destroyed mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth.
Now, come on, man. We don't have to toil to make sense of that because Esau is responsible for destroying the earth. As a spirit, somebody just sniffed. The animals is in the worst case scenario. Oh, it's animals that's already classified as extinct. You watch these documentaries and you see a certain bird, or you're like, it's beautiful. Then right behind it, they say, yeah, this is the last. There's 3,500 left, man. That's under the watch of Esau. These birds flying in the air and shit, they just drop like they run into an invincible wall and shit.
Yep.
And right now, this is a panel. You know, like a motherfucker being probation, you gotta go see a panel and they all just. Right now, we're in a panel. If I was to ask everybody to make a point, nobody would have. Right now, nobody would have it wouldn't be no hesitation. Right? Anybody, what you got to say about Esau? Go ahead,
It says,
come on, let's get it. We'll go back.
5:2. Son of man, God set thy face against my spirit and prophesy against it. So that's pretty much a big part of his doctrine is against Esau, man.
Yes.
It's against Mount Seir, man. And prophesy against it. That's why this is, like I said, as any brother make a point, it ain't without a problem. It's with ease to get on Esau, man. And this is part of the mission.
You can go into intimate detail. So yeah, man, I'm all laid out of order and
anything.
Yeah, anything.
Anything.
Like Kenneth, he could just
Esau.
Esau. And I'm gonna say this. Everything go back to Esau. How about that? Everything you have to endure, your vexation in the spirit, being here in America, the resistance that you receive. You know, you being a man, you're not able to, your momentum is not be able to go forth. Okay? It's a block in front. That's Esau. You got a nasty cough. It go back to Esau.
Yep.
You know, you vexed about something. Mm-hmm. That mother gonna ask you what's wrong with you. You might lose it, man. Hey, go ahead. You want to hey, come on, you got it.
This Isaiah 13, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. Because you brought up earlier how, you know, this the only thing bothering this man. He don't give a fuck about nothing else. But us, you know, why he worried about striking our time? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We just crazy niggas on the block.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, why don't you let us be crazy guys?
Yep.
That's a beautiful point, because why when these top scholars bring out some of the similar, not the same, some of the similar information, why they channels don't ever receive right? Why they content still up?
Yep.
For years and years.
It's like black consciousness, guys.
Right, that's another, exactly.
Yep.
That's a good point.
Then you got breastfeeding videos. And
Training.
and all that.
Yep.
Oh, man.
You get 1 million views and
You know why though? Because what the scripture speaks about father is set up great dignity.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Because this is a child. You know, the scripture speaks about. So this is a child ruler, so he gonna let that be. And there's another, like the brother, like the other brother always said, them keys dangling in your legs. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, that's it. There's a snake in the fight. And that same precept is saying, in the rich, the rich, that's us with the wisdom. We're in a low place. Over there, James, you say they tell the poor man to sit here. So they put us in a category. Right? Matter of fact, somebody get that real quick, just to add to what we and get that father and son in great dignity as well. And we're gonna go back to what you got, huh? Because that's what's on display here. There's a spiritual fight. There's a resistance. There's two extremes at play. You have wisdom, the wisdom of Yahweh Shai, then you have the folly of Esau. The two can't exist. That's why the Lord say, take no pleasure in fools. And that's in Ecclesiastes, the 5th chapter. So this is going to be, that's why Esau, in all of his strength, all of his might and power, he's using that to somehow muzzle wisdom. You got a nigga, with a live. I was telling y'all the other night, we was going live and I saw a live of a nigga with a hoodie. I was like, damn, it was a street nigga in a hoodie. It was, you know what I mean? Live, he had a chat, motherfucker watching this shit. You know, that nigga talking about the hood and shit. You know, Esau pushing. This nigga China would not get struck, man. And I was like, why did it show up on my shit? Esau cleared the way. It wasn't no, you know what I mean? There were no obstacles in the way, you know, but you have to scratch and claw to find the truth. Esau blocked. Somebody told me the other day, man, I didn't get a notification from your video. Huh? So that's that battle between good and evil, light and darkness, wisdom and folly. All right, so come on, read that what you got, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go back to Cassage.
All right. Book of Isaiah.
No, Ecclesiastes
10.
We got that. Come on.
Ecclesiastes 9.
No, 10. You got it. Come on.
Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity.
Yep.
And the rich sit in low places.
See, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places. Now that rich represents those who have his wisdom, and that can be proven when you read. Matter of fact, let's prove it with the scriptures. Go to Romans, the 11th chapter, in the 33rd verse. See, this is why we're rich. Oh, even our Lord Yahweh made that statement in what's that, Revelation, the 2nd chapter, but ye are rich. Yeah, see that? All right, come on.
God, this Romans 11:33. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of
Now,
the
why is it called the depth of the riches? Because you have to find it. just like buried treasure. You have to dig. It really has to be revealed to you.
Mm-hmm.
But the riches is hidden. And Esau contributes to that because Esau hides wisdom.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He'll even demonize it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
You say, don't you go for that? They crazy.
God.
They crazy.
That's it.
That nigga, man. Yeah, hide it, man. Then you'll tend to gravitate to some nigga in a suit or a kufi even. Go ahead.
It says, on the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High.
See, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. Go ahead.
How unsearchable are his judgments
Uh-huh.
and his ways past finding out.
And that proves that it had to be revealed, and that's Wisdom of Solomon, the first chapter. All right. So come on, let's go back.
Come on. Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly is set in great dignity,
Mm-hmm.
and the rich sit in low places.
Right. So folly is exalted here. Like the brother mentioned, got these twerk videos, and that's setting great dignity. Or these rappers, and these niggas do it. Nigga, got the, you know what I mean? A selfie. What we showing their money and just weirdo shit, man. That's setting great dignity. You got motherfuckers that's desiring to be the next YouTube, sensation. Remember the one little guy who died, and you know the spirit. Either the spirit on you or you looking for enemy and stuff. But the little fat guy who kept saying he wanted to eat.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was setting great dignity, man. But the rich sit in low place. Okay, we have been positioned, we have been told to, we've been moved to the side, or we have been placed at the bottom. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick, James.
God. This is James 2:2.
Mm-hmm.
For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring
Mm-hmm.
and goodly apparel,
Mm-hmm.
and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment.
Yep, and vile raiment, go ahead. Now, that's heavy. We went into that raiment don't mean we're going to pop up and, sackcloth, rough garments to deceive. Like, you pop up like a homeless guy. I was saying porridge all over the place. No, that vile raiment is rich, that vile raiment is in the spirit is dealing with this knowledge, man. It's a certain, your knowledge represents you. It's like your uniform, and it's really vile to you versus something that's easy on the eye. You see? Like wisdom, you don't want us to come in if I'm telling you you're gonna die. You don't want us around you if I'm telling you it's gonna be a famine. You want somebody to come in and tell you it's gonna be all right. That represents gay clothing, if you will.
Yep.
It's easier on the eye.
That's it. That's something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
Because the true meaning of gay.
Yeah, that's what the true meaning of gay is. Happy. So you have these different forms of teachings and ideologies out there that's a feel-good approach.
Mm-hmm.
See, this truth, the teachings of Yahweh Shah is bitter. That's in the book, what's that, Revelation? Yeah, it's sweet in your mouth, but once it registers, it gets bitter. So, oh shit. You know what I mean? My mama might die. Yeah, go ahead.
Got some real.
Come on.
Ecclesiastes
Too.
7:2. It is better to go into the house of mourning than to go into the house of feasting. And just like I was saying, man, it's better to hear the rough words of the truth, man. Because like those bitter herbs is going to strengthen your spirit.
Beautiful.
It says,
and that tastes good. It's good for you.
It says, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Because you going to the house to feast, and that's you going to your yoke, man. And it says the living The ones that will hearken were led to his heart, you know? The ones that know what's going on. Because you have the eyesight to see the eyesight, you know?
Yep. And that's heavy, like mirth spirit is an end to it. It's the end of all, just like Christmas. It's it, you know, everything that brought joy to you, that shit done now, man.
Yeah.
So it was best to come into this because the next step is, oh, you gotta remember, the only way you could qualify to be raised up, you have to be in a low state. So you know what? We not bitter about being at the bottom. We rejoice in our infirmities because we know now that we qualify to be raised up. Okay? All right, so come on, man.
God, this is James 2 and 3. It says, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothes.
Right, you got respect to all these different forms of teachings and ideas. Whatever that's presented to you, you respect it. Why? Because it's a feel-good story for the most part. It's presented in effort to, you know, make you feel good or give you some type of hope, but it really lures you to sleep. It keeps you more in that spirit, that lackadaisical, you know, that spirit of how would I say it? Yeah. I guess you can say that. The spirit of ease. See? Yep. Go ahead.
It says, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place.
Right. You put him in a position, in a category, in a good place. Go ahead.
And say to the poor, stand thou there and sit here under my footstool.
Yeah, you look at us as beneath you. You call us violent, rapers, angry, a bunch of disgruntled, you know, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, those guys on the corner. That's a form of you saying, sit under my feet. So you have put us in a certain category that you view us to be beneath you. Go ahead.
Are ye not then partial in yourself and are become judges of evil thoughts?
Yeah, so that's being a judge. You're being a judge of an evil thought. Okay. Oh, the scriptures tell you, many are overthrown by their vain opinion, something like that. So your own reasoning is what's going to condemn you. So you got to throw everything that you thought you knew out of the window. Your own personal feelings, your own outlook on things. What's the ideal situation? What's ideal for you? You got to throw that shit out the window. You got to hearken and yield to the words of Yahweh Shema. So I know y'all got some. We're going to get this with Kassaj got. Then we'll come around this way.
Isaiah 13:2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them.
Yeah, lift ye up a banner. And that's his truth. What's that high mountain? Mountain represents government. That high or that lofty or pride mountain is America, but it's ran by who? The shadow government of America, which is the wicked elites. All right, so that would be the high mountain, those that run the place. The wicked elites, Obadiah, we went through it yesterday, Obadiah. All right, the pride of down heart deceived thee. They say in their mind, who shall bring me? See that? So
whose habitation is high.
That's it. That's what I'm looking for. Whose habitation is high. Go ahead, up.
Shake the hand.
So that's talking about what? Esau. Go ahead.
That they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Keep on.
I have commanded my sanctified ones.
That was it on that. But yeah, that's us. What? Teaching, man. At the end of the day. And it says going to the gates of the nobles, man. Going back to the wicked elites. And that's what we're doing via the internet.
Yep.
And that's why you got like these restraints on the truth. Like the brother mentioned, channels being struck. It has fallen on the ears of the powers that be. And that happened back in Rome. Where they who was that? Was that Titus who expelled all the Jews? Because they was raised in hell. All right, because this word is uncomfortable. Like we said, you open it up. This message is uncomfortable for the world. But really, when I say the world, I'm kind of it's broad. I'm generalizing that statement, but really, It's Esau. Because remember, the brother brought it out in Ezekiel the 35th chapter. Set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. See, you got something up?
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah, Jeremiah 50:43. It says the king.
That's it.
The king of Babylon have heard a report of them, and his hands waxed feeble.
See, the king of Babylon heard the report from them. And give me that. Matter of fact, continue.
It says anguish took hold of him, and pains as of a woman in travail.
Oh, you talking about?
Bring it again up.
Jeremiah 50:43. The king of Babylon have heard the report of them, talking about the Israelites, meaning the elect. It says, and his hands waxed feeble. It says anguish took hold of him, and pains of a woman in travail.
Like Joe Biden, see him leak over and shit. Like that.
Yeah. They messed up.
Yeah.
If you had a glimpse, if you was a fly on the wall, so to speak, with these elites, man, there's pill bottles sprawled all over the place, liquor bottles, you know.
I said they're weary in the multitude of that
Woo! Yeah, they're weary in the multitude of their counsel. Because this word has now begun to accomplish what it was set out to do. And that's to overthrow Esau. And it starts with his mouth. That's why the scripture says he will feel no quietness in his belly. Because this word has begun to rest and settle. This word cuts. Matter of fact, get that in whole Proverbs, right? And give me, yeah. You can give me that. The sword. Yeah, get that.
I got a precept.
You got that, and then somebody get the armor.
This Hosea 6:5. Therefore have I hewed them by the prophets.
Come on now. Read that again now.
This Isaiah 6:5. Therefore have I hewed them by the
Listen
prophets.
good. Read that one more time.
Therefore have I hewed them by the prophets.
So the Lord said he have hewed them. Hewed who? Esau. Rich, this applies to everybody outside of the circle, but you got to remember, this is a royal court, man. This is kings, and this is a battle of kings. We're kings in waiting. That's why, what was the message framed as? Pursuing the Matthew the 10th chapter. The kingdom of heaven. Yahweh sent forth the disciples to preach that the kingdom was at hand. So what we preach, what we present unto you is a transition of power. So really, the Lord is speaking concerning those who are in power. The Lord says he's hewn them. When you hewn something, you cut it down. Oh, what's that? Ezekiel the 17th chapter? I have brought down the high tree and exalted the low tree. So how did the Lord bring it? What's going to contribute to the Lord bringing down the high tree? The prophets, hewing them down. Read that again.
This Hosea 6:5. Therefore have I hewed them by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth.
Woo! I have slain them by the words of my mouth. Esau is being destroyed by these words. And we don't need you to, we ain't got to convince you. Like I said, we get the emails. We the ones getting the emails. We don't need you to co-sign us. You can believe it or not. We know Esau hurt. Brothers on these different channels. Oh, like for example, like the Apostle Rumlock, he on his this dot info 13, 14. Like, why is it 13? Because the previous 12 was compromised by Esau. And why? Because those are the words of Yahweh Shema Shah beginning to is slaying Esau. Oh, what's that? 2 Thessalonians? It said, consume them with the words of my mouth. Go ahead.
And thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth.
Yeah. Ooh, and that light is dealing with this knowledge. So the judgments of Yahweh Shema Shah has went forth like this light. We are speaking judgment, and it's taking root in the planet Earth, and the physical be manifested in its perfection in World War III. And yet we said we got Bibles open, and we said World War III. Go ahead. That's a stumbling block, that contributes to the insane, the strangeness of our teeth. This would cause us to be crazy. Guys talking about, you see the guys on the corner with missile signs and Bibles. All right, go ahead. Yeah, come on.
This is Hebrews 4 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful.
Right, this word is quick and powerful. It's by way of this word Esau is being confounded, man. And because Esau always had the ball in his court, as touching, having, the upper hand on understanding and finessing the people. He was able to set the tone, whether it was through his legislations and laws, or the scriptures tell you how his tongue walketh the earth, right? Or something as subtle as trends. Esau always was the one setting the tone, the momentum. Now he's in reaction mode. He's reacting to the momentum, the overwhelming presence of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Mm-hmm. And it's not something as subtle as this word. Give me that real quick. One rough. Let's get that real quick. Because I'll take the Lord to just blow. Lord, blow your lights or blow your candle out. All right, come on.
So Matthew 24 and 14, it says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Mm. You got it.
So that's what the brother's saying. This word being preached via the internet, throughout the world is bringing a closure to the shoddy plans of Esau. Bringing they one world. We all know what what I'm saying. Bringing the stab and jab. I'm talking about the higher up stab and jab. The thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But this word coming forth, which is that light, which is that judgment being laid on them. See what I'm saying? Through Yahweh supping with men, is halting that. You know what I'm saying? What in the book of Job, you will not fulfill this enterprise, wasn't paraphrased. Mm-hmm. But that's due to the word. Right. Mm-hmm. If this truth would have never went out, which is that light, he would have been successful with his plan. Mm-hmm. No, this truth is bringing everything to a closure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this truth served as a decree. Mm-hmm. This is an order from the heavens. The Lord has ordered the removal of Esau. It was just something as subtle as the Lord telling you. All these different nations that had these attempts on the life of the whore. They schemed, the plot to overthrow the whore. All these attempts on her life, and she escaped. And all it took was the Lord just to raise up the poor and tell them, you're going to go down. Mm-hmm. That's it. And it's equivalent to, Mama said, because, you can have someone that's insignificant, but as long as they said, they come in the name of somebody else. That word, wait now. So thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, so-called white man will be moved out of the way. And by the way, it will be a violent overthrow. Okay? Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 12, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Not that thou was unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle.
Right. The Lord could have easily brought down Esau. For example, when yeah, come on. I said though, you gotta keep your eye on that, man. BG got that call, and then they got you on the thumbnail. On it. Yeah, go ahead.
God, it said, not that thou was ungodly under the hand of the righteous, or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts, or with one rough word.
Or with one rough word. See? So one rough word, the Lord has subdued Esau. We'll go back.
God, this is Jeremiah 1, verse 9. It said, then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. Ooh. And the Lord said unto me, I have put words in. So that what gives us the authority, because we speak in the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It tells you what the word of the king is, there is power.
I got that right.
Got that, that's good.
Ecclesiastes 84, it says, where the word of the king is, there is power. And who may say unto him, what doest thou?
See, precepts stand, man. That's why I said, let every man be alive with the Most High be true. Because what the precepts say, And that's why these are commandments. This is not suggestions. It's not a maybe or if.
Yeah.
These are commandments, man. You know? It says, see, I have this day, this verse 10, Jeremiah 1 and 10, see, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms. And to pull down and to destroy, down, to build and to plant. And this is a decree, you know, to overthrow, you know, this kingdom and also to build up the elect of the nation of Israel. You know, but the Lord have given the authority to bring forth that by speaking these words, man. And now we seeing it play out.
Yeah, that's heavy. That's why if you ever had the privilege, you know, to come up to a camp physically, you see, you know, on one hand, the mountains, which represent destruction, and on the flip side, you see the 12 tribes. So you have two extremes. The missiles represent down and rooting up, and the 12 tribe represent building and planting. And that's what the brother just read essentially right there in Jeremiah, the 1st chapter. And we have been given authority through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's why the scriptures say the Lord put his word in our mouth. And his word is like is a sword, is a weapon. It's hurting Esau. And I'm going to say something, right? Through the spirit. We don't, you got something? So we going to. As a matter of fact, let's get the precept.
Yeah, Proverbs 18 and 14, it said, the spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity.
Right, the spirit of a man, we had that on deck, right? And real quick, that's taking place on planet Earth. And I'm going to say this, and this might not sit well with you if you're in the right spirit. Everything that's happening, like with Esau, this man, you see this desperation. You see this man moving as if he's on the clock, which he is, pursuing the Revelation, the 12th chapter. Do you know that's because of the word going forth? Mm-hmm. Do you know that's because of these men that you think so insignificant? The camps you walk by, you toot your nose at, you thumb your nose at, you snicker at, you make mockery of, guess who take us serious? Esau, and not just the very ones that rule the world.
That's it.
The ones who pull the strings, that shadow government like the book, they take us serious. Yeah. This word going off has set off a sequence of events. Esau is now this whole pandemic, because there's certain things you can't see. You might have to whisper certain shit. Okay. But by the way, we got the Odyssey page. And Lord we'll be uploading a lot of more up close in your face videos, you know, right? But the Lord about to shut this thing down. Like this word, the Lord about to draw this word back and pour out his spirit. But I'm going to say it real quick. Everything that's taking place is a reaction from the word going forth. It's motherfucker stab you. You ain't going to just sit, they're going to stab you and you still typing, signing up legislation. You know what you're going to do? You're going to fall, you're going to reach, you're going to do something, you're going to show a reaction.
Right. It all holler.
Yeah, that's it. A hit dog will bark. A hit dog will holler, man. So this word going forth doing more damage than you people think. Mm-hmm. See? This has caused Esau. The reason why you got on a mask is because his word going out. Ooh. Yeah, the prophecies, man. Mm-hmm. Come on.
Proverbs 18 to 14 again, the spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity. Mm-hmm. But a wounded spirit who can bear.
Read that part again, huh?
But a wounded spirit who can bear.
A wounded spirit can bear. Now, how is your spirit wounded? That's the question. How can you wound somebody's spirit? Mm-hmm. Let's get the precept. Ephesians, whoever, matter of fact, go back to Hebrews. Yeah, that's one.
Hebrews 4 and 12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword.
So this word is sharper than any two-edged sword. Go ahead.
Piercing even to the thunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
That's spirit. So it said the discerner of the thoughts and intents
real quick too. It says it's like a conventional sword or a physical sword. Don't hit you. Don't hit you in the flesh. That'll heal. But it says, read that part again.
It says piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit.
That's soul and spirit. You know what I'm
You
saying?
divide a spirit with that. Come on.
And that's what you're going into. That's why this word bring the close. That's why Esau hollering out. Like the brother said, a hit dog will bark, a hit dog will holler. Saying, that's why they clipping pages. Because of this word going for it. You know what I'm saying? It's cunning. You know?
A warrior.
Right, cunning. What the scripture speaks about a putrefying sword.
Yeah, future.
They got.
Joe Biden ran on healing the soul of America. That was his slogan. Let's heal the soul of America.
Come on, now. That's bad. Yeah.
That's it. Dang. See that?
Go ahead.
So
It says,
Oh, no, you got it.
Finish that.
it says, and of the joints and
There's a point in there. Go ahead.
and it's a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
Now, so the thoughts and intents of the heart really goes into those secret meetings and councils. Prove when you go to the story of Elisha,
Oh, yeah.
the bedchambers. Elisha knew what the king said in his bedchambers. That's the intent of that goes into these secret meetings. We know what Esau, that's why Esau had to scrap things. This is powerful, man, the words of the Lord. Oh, for an example, right? When you go back to 2007, that's when Esau was trying to push the mark. But the apostles came out in If somebody, okay, kind. Yeah. Read that.
God, this is 2 Kings 6.
Yeah, because we tell Esau what he gonna do before he do it.
Right.
You know, he turn around doing everything we said.
Yep.
So that means that the Lord has given us a glimpse into his inner thoughts, his heart. We have discerned his heart and his thoughts. That goes into his meetings. His plans, his strategies. We have told the world that this man is looking to round you up, categorize you, get rid of the undesirables, and those who he feels is fit to dwell in his new world. He'll preserve them, but they'll be tagged and pretty much that's it, bro. And what would you call it? They call it damn. This thing with this dude, Elon Musk.
Hold on. Neuro.
Yeah, that's the not that one.
What's about the metal?
Metaverse.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, metaverse. That's a metaverse. Yeah. You go into the forehead, that word in the Greek metal.
Ooh, what?
Yeah. So they trying, and that's like your computer, your device. So they send a virus. They send a virus into your computer. I'll tell you. Watch out, man.
Two times.
I said it's 2 times. Don't let me talk. Do it. I'm gonna build just in this last whole TV. One more time. Blow up. Yeah, forces is at play that you can't do. Yeah, go ahead. With that said, spiritual wickedness in high places, baby. Go ahead.
God, this is 2 Kings 6. And I start verse 8. They're going to say that this word, the intention of his heart was cunning. 2 Kings 6, verse 8, it said, Then the king of Syria warred against Israel and took counsel with his servants, saying, In such and such a place shall be my camp. And the man of the Most High sent unto the king of Israel, saying, Beware that thou pass not such a place, for thither the Syrians will come down. And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of the Most High told him and warned him of, and saved himself there not once nor twice. Therefore, the king of the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled.
See, the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled. His heart was troubled. It wasn't as physical. It wasn't, it wasn't a physical attack. His heart was troubled. Why? Because of that word, that decree that went forth. Or the report, should I say, yeah. Go ahead.
And he called his servants and said unto him, Will ye not show me which is us is for the king of Israel? And one of his servants said, None, my lord, O king, but Elisha the prophet that is in Israel. Tell of the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber.
Read that again.
It says, But Elisha the prophet that is in Israel.
And we come in that stead. Right? Go ahead.
Tell of the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber.
So he was conveying the words that he was speaking in his bedchamber. That was his secret place. And when you fast forward today, the bedchambers of Esau will be these different meetings, these councils, Bilderberg meetings, summits. Yep, that's it, bro. And don't think they just in there talking about what they call this shit, global climate change. They're talking about that. Yeah. They're talking about getting rid of the prophets. They're talking about getting rid of Israel and the prophets, man.
Yeah, what that was just came out was James. Remember, still in the council. It was to get rid of the prophets. Remember? Damn.
Oh, Mission Impossible.
I think it was Mission. I mean, I don't remember what
I think they were seeing like a whole bunch of these.
Right. I think they were round table, and their mission was to get rid of the prophets. Wow. I think it was the apostles. The apostles, to get rid of the apostles.
Okay, yeah.
And that reminded me of that summit. When I seen that, I was like, damn, that's that summit, right?
Well, all these different movies and stuff like that, what you're going to find out is not as of a second afterthought as you think. It's really all geared for us to consider. See, yeah, a lot of people in there look at us and they're always talking about movies. And matter of fact, give me Wisdom of Solomon, the 12th chapter. Everything that Yahweh Shema Shai has in place for us to consider. Another example, what's that? Job 12:7. It say, consider the beast of the field. Right. So everything that the Lord has set up is for those of us who have eyes to see, to consider and to judge. Oh, what's that? 1 Corinthians? Yep. We judge of all things. See? Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 12:1. For thine.
That don't mean to tie up your shoe, No, you judge of all things. I mean, you consider everything. Why? Because now you have tapped into a wise counsel. Well, wisdom is on display. And wisdom causes you to assess, evaluate, search out matters. Or the scriptures say that a wise man is for the matter for a king to search out matters. See? Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 12:1. For thine incorruptible spirit is in all things.
Read that again.
For thine incorruptible spirit is in all things.
Yeah, so you can even watch a movie in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai lies within. That's it. But you have to have the discernment. You can't go overboard every little thing you see. Now you got a video. X-Men. Title X-Men. What was that?
That was it on there.
Oh, yeah, come on. Oh, so you're doing that, right? We got, that was it on that? Ephesians? Yeah, get that Ephesians, yeah. And even Bel and the dragon, it tells you about the Lord slaying that dragon. You read Bell and the Dragon, I believe it's 26 verse. This slaying this dragon without sword. That sword is not going to be physical. It's going to be a spiritual sword. Okay. So the damage is done. Esau is leaking all over the place, man.
Real quick, with the Exodus 15, that speaks about Most High being a man of war. Think about it. We always say, well, if he's a man of war, which he's the perfect man of war, he's going to bring forth perfect weapons. Yeah. One of his perfect weapons is what we finna get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a straight offense.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, the Lord ain't gonna pull out, a strap that jam. He's a perfect warrior. He got the perfect tools, to combat whatever opposition out there. Esau is nothing to Yahweh Shemel. The Lord laid it out perfectly, man.
Ephesians 6:17.
Hey, just one of his perfect weapons. Go ahead.
And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High.
Hey, that's why the brother brought it out earlier. The Lord, with one rough word, overthrew the wicked. So the sword of the Spirit is actually this word. We're wielding a sword here. And this is what has Esau at bay. Esau, he able to react. He can calculate and compute when you raise up a standing army. You come with like a military presence, a bunch of niggas with high-tech boots, come back, marching and shit. Esau ready for that, man. But this spiritual war, we draw Esau into our backyard. Yeah, we draw Esau into our backyard. We corner the ring off.
Yep. That's it.
Yep. Come on, man. And y'all got some around, right? All right, come on. We're gonna start. We're gonna come around. Like, and then, brothers, hey, I tell you what, because we about to get ready to close. Now, like I always say, and you see how time going. But like I always say in the spirit, when you get on Esau as commanded, man, you be all the deal, man.
You might have lost sense
of
time.
You're a brother, a couple of brothers.
Fall asleep.
Yeah.
Hey, sleep early. You know what I'm saying? Wake back up.
You dreamt about it.
I still have it. You dreamt about it. Yeah, Esau, you through, man. Yahweh Shemel has identified, targeted you.
That's it.
And the light is shining on you. Yeah. Woo! That's it. And matter of fact, this is how we're going to do it through the spirit. When a brother's got a precept, y'all expound on it. What you got, you expound on it. Whatever y'all got, expound on it.
Chicks that came through, woman killed.
Hold up. Hey, you got to bring that up. Look at that now. I got an alert on his phone. I mean, if you can't find it, no, that's quoted. Okay. I mean, if you can't find it, what it says? You remember?
Woman killed boyfriend was sword on Christmas Eve.
Woman killed boyfriend was sword.
Yeah,
he got the alert, man. This the spirit. You can't make this stuff up, man.
That's the spirit.
I always say, how is that gonna make it for you? The wonderful counselor, baby.
Israel.
Yep.
The woman is wisdom. The woman is wisdom. That's killed, slayed the dragon with the sword. All right, come on. And we got, matter of fact, you got it, you found on.
Yeah, 2 Maccabees 15:16 says, take this holy sword, a gift from the Most High.
See that?
That's so good.
It says, with the which thou shalt wound the adversary. That holy sword is talking about these scriptures, man. As you get with, what's that book? Is it Habakkuk? When it speaks about wounding, how's it go?
Habakkuk, what
What say?
It goes about wounding the enemies. Let me see.
Oh, you talking about Oh, you talking about songs? I had warned them.
Oh, yeah,
I
song,
warned them. They not able to-
they're not able to rise. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Same thing, man. Holy Spirit being the scripture, man. Wounding the adversaries.
Yeah, that's good. Esau wounded by this thing, man. This word bad, man. Yep, it was all right.
Yeah, come on.
Hey, come on.
Con, this is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave,
Mm.
and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. So yeah, it's talking about the wicked, how it's being brought down. And it's at a dead state right now. Can I get this word pomp?
Mm-hmm.
It's what is it? Strong's H 1347. It says majesty, pride. So the majesty and the pride are being brought down. And we see it manifest. You know, when a body is first freshly killed, you know, rigor mortis ain't set in, but now rigor mortis is set in on this point.
And that's it, man. When you say that rigor mortis sitting there, bro, that's going into the infrastructure. When it says worms up below me, that's going to the infrastructure of America. So that's that rigor mortis sitting in. Right.
That's Jeremiah 23 and 29. It's not my word like as fire, except the Lord, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces. So this word, Lord, y'all say, you know, it's like fire, man, to this damn devil Esau Edom, man. You know, it's getting to him, man. You know, it's breaking this shit up, all these lies and deception. You know, this truth is flourishing now. As you see by the words of the Lord and by the prophets that the Lord Yahweh set up, you know, by way of the internet. And this devil can't take it no more. Take this word of the Lord, because that's why you see all the videos being taken down and so forth. Because you know this is his end. You know, he knows, oh, my time is up. The problems are out now. You know.
That's too because it said the rock is being broken. How the hammer the earth. So the formula of taking this bitch down was really the word. They said out of all these different outlets they try to use to overthrow the so-called white man, this what it came down to. This what it is, you know. This word, this decree from Yahweh Hashem outside is gonna overthrow this man.
Who can make war with the beast?
Yeah.
This man was invincible. Yeah, some is this word to him. How do we know that? Why we scrambling to open up Odyssey channels then? Think about it. Why we gotta get Odyssey channel? Because this word, because Esau is trying to stop. He, you know what he's saying? Stop. You know when he's attacking you. Stop. That's what those emails are.
Because Wisdom of Solomon 2 in verse 14, it says he was made to reprove our thoughts. This time out, us preaching his word, man, because the things that we speaking is getting inside Esau's head. You know, like you said, he will not be quiet in his belly, man. The prophecy is always on Esau's mind. You know, it says he is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. It says, he is grievous unto us to behold. That's why he strike the channels, man. Because every time you get a notification, you get a heart attack or something, It says, for his life.
I'm trying to say, what's the guy with the sim heart attack? He got a heart attack on a live stream. It's like
he says, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. Because we don't follow after the ways of this world. Verse 16, the point, it says, for we are esteemed of him as counterfeits. We put you on the spot, man. And that's why you trying to demonize us, because we tell the truth on you. It says he abstained from our ways as from filthiness, because we don't follow the ways of this world. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father. So we basically proclaim that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. That we're going to be getting raised up, and you're going to get put down. It says, let us see if his words be true.
His word is going to make him, react. Like I said, that's going to cause the reaction. His word, Damn.
Then he said, let us see if it's military It's it's up to par. And it ain't said let us see if this technology can withstand. It said let us see if it's worse. It's the words that's affecting Esau.
He says, let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him.
Oh, that's that on Psalm 105. Touch not mine anointed.
Yeah.
That's a commandment for them heathen nations. Don't touch the prophets of the elect of the nation of Israel. Esau gonna have to test that out. He said he gonna have to go. What is it? The one that have the testimony of Yahweh.
Yeah.
That's who he's gonna come out.
Yep. Esau real curious. You never know Esau. He the scary movie. He like fuck a go. He look in the closet. You know what I mean? He want to test everything. Want to test theories. So he's going to test that theory of Psalm 105. And that's going to provoke the Lord to set up that standard that we waiting on, man. Well, soon Isaiah the 59th chapter. All right, so then we go right. You have one up?
No.
Yep, you expounded that perfectly. And all right there.
This Isaiah 29 and 20, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. And Esau, he been brought down by this word, The word consumed him. He ain't got nothing left other than to, like the brother said, come after us. Spiritually, he tired of this ass whooping. That's why he blocking. We brothers got to go to a whole nother platform because this nigga, mad. That make a man an offender for a word and lay a
come on.
That make a man an offender for a word and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate and turn aside
come on, man.
the just thing, or it's like, and turn aside the just for a thing of not. He'll tell you we ain't shit, man. We lying, but then he come out, this nigga done created the term misinformation, and the whole time he the sponsor of misinformation, man. He come out with a false fact real quick, fact check, and then come out with the same shit 6 months later. He just last year he said he wasn't trying to chip niggas. Now all of a sudden, now your paperwork could be in you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it, man.
Yeah. That was beautiful. Yeah, that was perfect. Precept. Yeah. We have become an offender for a word. Did nothing to you, devils. Just told you the truth. The scripture said, have I become your enemy? Yeah. Down with Esau. All right. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rephaim, double honor to our teachers, the head apostles, and elders, great millstone. So one, two brothers out there labor in his work, and as always, the believers, the Akim, was the Aqua. Those of you who subscribe to this truth as well. Till the next time, Shalom.
Shalom. DCA, Abba, soon.
Very soon.
Tonight.
Right now.